Alright folks, back this week, got plenty done. Sorry I didn't get a video out last week. I had a bit of a disaster. Went over to Chris's. I've had lots on. I picked up my new shower for the pond outside, and when I was meant to pick up the Goramo, which I didn't end up getting, but we'll not go into that. I got my shower, driving home, started plumbing stuff in, wanted to do an update video for you lot to let you know where I was going, how I was getting on, and couldn't find my GoPro. And I remembered I took it to Chris's because I wanted to do a bit of footage of some of the koi that he has for sale and everything else. And find when I go over to Chris's, we get lost in conversation, just talking koi for hours, and I ended up leaving the camera there. So sorry if I didn't get a video out last week. To all you ones that might have missed me, and obviously that one guy that likes to dislike every video that I put on as soon as it goes on, I'm sorry you didn't get your weekly dose of hatred. But I'm back this week, so the dislike button's still there waiting on you. Anyway, loads is going on. As you can see, I boarded in the grow on. The water looks a bit cloudy. That's because I got the shower filled. I've only filled it with Alpha Grub for now, to be honest, because it's cheap and cheerful but does the job. When I just had the Easy Pod running, my water parameters, the water wasn't looking too good, bit of a funny smell on it. And I did some water tests and I had a small nitrite spike. Nothing too major, just wasn't right. And obviously the plastic media, and I class them as a mechanical filter, not really for bio. They weren't really keeping things in order, so I was glad to get the shower in. Hopefully that'll mature fast. I've been testing the water daily, and I'm doing the cleaning out the Easy Pod daily, and that's given me a substantial water change, which has helped get things back to where they need to be. I got this little light, which is on a timer, that it's meant to help the colours on tropical fish. So I've got no natural light in here at all, so I'm just hoping it'll keep them a little bit better than what they were. So I've got new pipework come, and I got everything plumbed in properly. Got a 2-inch coming from the bottom drain going into the pod. See that? I don't know. I did have that small 6000 pump running on this, but it was awful noisy and it leaked. Just a tiny drip, but it was enough to drive me simple. So I put the 15,000 back in, which was obviously too powerful for the Easy Pod. It was running it dry, couldn't draw enough water through the 2-inch bottom drain line. So I just put a tap on above it, which isn't really ideal, and that can slow the flow down enough for the Easy Pod. The air pump come, which is obviously running and giving us a good flow of air, and it's definitely not as noisy as that other one. When I had the shower on my main pond, it was only 3 stories. It was always built for 4, but when I put it on out there, I just put the 3 on. So I thought, well, I'm not going to be climbing up to put the sieve in the top and clean the sieve all the time, so I thought I may as well just make it 4 and get more media in it and leave it. So that's where we are. I've got boards in, boarded on the front. Just we're up and running. Currently at 22 degrees. I've just put a little 500 watt titanium aquarium heater in there. But to be honest, I've got a digital switch coming for it, digital thermostat, which I had to trip my other one and blew that up. So I've ordered a new one, and that'll just keep it all at the right temperature. Fish seem happy enough in here, even though you can barely see them. I got a cheap auto feeder, just cheap and nasty from eBay, but I've tested it, it's running. Never really used one before because I'm always out and about and around the fish. So yeah, that's pretty much it for in here. We all are up and running now, and I'm hoping we can get some decent growth on these fish. Measured them up when I put them in, obviously, and we'll go from there. Some people have been asking on the messages what size the setup is. This is 500 gallon, this pond. So yeah, I'm happy with where it is. You'll see I've still got some extension leads kicking around. I've ordered a control box, which was one of the first things I ordered, a multi-switch box, so that I can wire everything into that. But it's the only thing that hasn't bloody turned up yet, so the sooner that comes the better. I can tidy everything up, get rid of all the wires, get it where I need to be. Anyway, we'll go and have a look at what's going on in the main pond out there now and have a look at those fish, see where we are with that. Alright guys, welcome back. Oh, I've been trying to sort out my grass. Need to sort out this tree as well, seems to be taking over. Someone keeps digging the grass up. Who's doing that? Hey Holly? So a dog keeps digging patches of the grass, which is why I haven't cut it this week. I've got seed in it, trying to bed in. So, new shower, up and running. Fantastic. Got all the media from the old one in there. Having that in meant I was able to do a bit of work on the old pipe work down here. No more flexi hose. Just I took out the Evo 75 Evolution Aqua UV because I don't need it anymore, and I've just piped it straight up into the shower, about 1.5 inch from here. No more corrugated flexi crap. It's given me more flow over the Nexus, definitely. And yeah, because there's no restriction. And in my wisdom, when I took the UV off was when we had those high winds that you seen like on Andrew Daly's video. It was the exact same here. James the Koi Whisperer seemed to get away with it because he was sending me some videos of a family barbecue, and it seemed lovely down where he was, but it wasn't like that here. And the wind blew it. I put the UV up against the wall, the wind blew it over, it smashed the bulb and smashed the quartz sleeve, so it's pretty much useless. So that's where we are. First filter on the agenda is going to be the Easy Pod. You can hear the pump. You see the level of the water in there versus the level of the water on the outside. So K1 is getting blocked. Just turn the pump off. Let the water come back up. Pipe in. Bottom drain closed. I think running this on the slower pump and on the 15,000 is letting it catch a lot more. Well, hoping so anyway, because I don't have the sieve on top of the shower anymore, and that's hopefully this will catch what the sieve isn't getting, because it's not there. I'll let that boil over there for about 5 minutes. Next one is the Nexus. So it was only done a few days ago, but it's absolutely full. So also doing its job. It's one of the towels my wife embroidered for Chris over at Koi Masters. She's done him a load of them, and I thought I could do one of them myself. That Sankey is actually the sister to the big one I have in my pond. They were the two that were brought in together. That one obviously didn't lose any penny on the head like mine did. And oh, I'm glad it did. That's why I got it for that price. So it's still a stunning fish to me. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder, they say. So I'll dump this and then fill it up and boil it again. While it's boiling the second time, I'll clean out my little skimmer. So the Nexus has been dumped the first time. I just grabbed a little skimmer basket out. I'll just show you. I just give this a hose off and it goes back in while the Nexus is boiling over. Catches a fair bit, that little thing. I can't complain about it. So filters have been running out a few hours now after cleaning them and stirring things up. The water's definitely looking loads better now. Fish are ravenous, hungry all the time, which is good. The flashing I seen earlier seems to have stopped. I don't know whether it was just because the pond was in direct sunlight and the fish weren't liking it, but it's done. Here comes the wife with a beer. Happy days. So, cheers love, thank you. Just spent a few hours out at the shops. Queued up at the range. The queue was massive. Only wanted to get some more decking stain so that I could repaint the fish house, filter house, and it was sold out. Didn't have any. That's the worst thing ever. After queuing up, go for one thing, you get in there and they don't have it. Devastated. So yeah, I think that's about it. Thanks again to all the new subscribers and all the old ones. I'll keep you posted. Got a bit more to do in the fish house. And what I will say about having the new shower, it's created better flow in the pond, because the old shower fed that way. I've got a return jet which shoots the water that way, and that was kind of going against the flow, but because this one comes this way and the flow goes that way, everything seems to be circulating a lot better. Having the slower pump on the Easy Pod seems to be working, I think, at catching the fines. I've definitely got a lot more flow over the shower coming from the Nexus. I can tell by the levels in that. The levels in the Nexus have dropped, and that pump's running 15,000. I took off the EAUV, which was restricting flow, so because I've got the built-in one in the new Easy Pod, I don't really need the other UV, so that's good. Happy days. Get more flow over the shower. Anyway, That's about it again for this week, folks. I'll go and have a beer now, get some burgers on the go, chill out and enjoy the sun, which is probably a bit too warm for me. I come alive about 8 o'clock when the sun goes down. I'm just knackered all the time in this heat. But anyway, stay safe and catch you in the next one, folks. Take it easy.